Well, we're following some breaking news out of Victorian Village. A shooting left one person dead. And our Miles Harris spoke with a witness. And what did you find out, Miles?
Thank you, Jackie. So we did talk to one witness who was actually at the neighborhood bar here, the Shrunken Head, overnight, and he actually heard the shootings. He heard about 7 shots or so. But if you could take a look around me here, investigators actually wrapped up this scene that actually stretched all the way over by Forsyth, all the way over to the other end of Neal Avenue. Now, as you can still see a little bit of the scene still here with the glass from the vehicle where the victim was found at in that black Jeep, as well as some brick being spread out as well. And that victim who actually heard those shots, he tells us that at first he didn't think much of it.
I thought someone was just like firing off shots or just like fireworks or something, and then I didn't think much of it until I walked up and saw the car that was crashed on the side of the road. Then I realized, like, all right, there's something more serious going on here. And then I decided to put my car right there and put the hazards on to stop traffic because I thought it was just a car accident, and then it turned out to be more than that.
Now, police did confirm that shooting took place just before 2 a.m. around 1:42. Now, go ahead and stay tuned with us because in about 30 minutes, you'll actually hear reaction from neighbors who actually were here right when that shooting had taken place and their reaction to what's happening in the Victorian Village. Live in Victorian Village, I'm Miles Harris for Good Day Columbus.
Thank you, Phil. Now we are following some breaking news out of Victorian Village. A shooting leaves one person dead, and our Miles Harris is live at the scene. And what are investigators telling you, Miles?
Thank you, Jackie. Now, investigators actually wrapped up this scene just around like 7:45, so a little over an hour ago. But as they left, neighbors actually started to wake up, ask questions, and they were pretty concerned. Now, we were actually able to talk to one specific neighbor who told us that she's lived in this area for 5 years, and then after that 5 years, she never thought that she would see anything like this in this area.
I actually work for the Med Center, too, and we get emails every day pretty much of accidents happening on or near campus. And so it's just, when I was in school, nothing like this ever happened. So it's crazy that this is happening now in an area we thought was safe because it's Victorian Village. Nothing like ever happens there.
Now that you can see a little bit of the debris still happening here at the scene, you'll see a bit of that broken glass where the vehicle from the victim was found. It was a black Jeep. Now, some more information about that victim. We've actually been able to find out that that victim was a black male, and that shooting happened just before 2 a.m. around 1:42. Now, hear more from that neighbor in about 30 minutes and what she saw following that shooting just from outside of her window. Live in Victorian Village, I'm Miles Harris for Good Day Columbus.
Thank you, Phil. Now, more crime near OSU. This time, 3 students robbed at gunpoint. Miles Harris is live on campus with those details. Good morning, Miles.
Good morning, Jackie. Now, OSU, they sent out a neighborhood safety notice, and in that notice, it also included a report of an armed robbery with those 3 students. Now, those 3 students were walking just after 3 a.m. in this area over here, just between Indianola and Woodruff. Now, as you see that street light there, or street sign there, you'll also see that high, tall lighting there. That's something that OSU was trying to include to better increase safety near OSU's campus. Now, OSU also announced plans earlier on this week that included $20 million going towards better security and safety over a 10-year span. But for parents of students, is that enough?
It's 100% the proof is in the pudding. This all sounds wonderful. I personally am thrilled with what we've heard today. It's what we've been hoping to hear. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Are we still going to be getting these horrifying alerts that something else has happened?
Now, again, that happened just after 3 a.m. where those 3 students were walking, and those 3 students were being stopped by 2 males that were driving in a black Honda Accord. Now, anyone with information is being asked to contact Columbus Police or OSU's campus police. Live near OSU, I'm Miles Harris for Good Day Columbus. Caden Cox isn't your typical college athlete, and this isn't your typical extra point.
Caden got the opportunity to go in the game and kick, and it was what he does every day in practice. He comes out every day, works hard, makes his kicks.
And that's exactly what Caden did. The extra point is not only adding to Hocking College's score, it also marked Caden becoming the first player born with Down syndrome to score in an NCAA or NJCAA game. Coach Egger runs a tight group at Hocking College with the Hawks like a family, and the tie between family and a team is something that Caden is very familiar with.
My father was played at Tennessee, so we have a lot. Our family was in a team.
Caden's brother played at hockey as well, and his father even a part of the staff. But Caden scored in more than one way this season. He's capitalized on the latest NIL bill and teamed up with Rocky Brands.
Just being stationed here in Nelsonville, and then for them to be able to come over to Hocking College and break Caden aboard is a very big thing.
As exciting as that moment was for Caden, he remains a team-first player.
We had to stay focused on the game, no more attitudes, because we need to step up next level and play some games.
On your side, I'm Miles Harris.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Tonight, though, students and their parents remain on edge, worried that the next victim may not be so lucky.
OSU students got another alert of another act of crime happening near OSU's campus. Now, as that long list of crimes continue to stack up near OSU's campus, what are these students doing to maintain their safety? Do you get home sooner? Do you make sure you're walking in pairs? What kind of things are you doing?
Oh yeah, like I definitely don't leave my house at night. I don't go anywhere without some people.
Students got an alert of an armed robbery happening just off campus, where 3 students were robbed at gunpoint just after 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. And with the increase in crime, it surely has students on edge.
Definitely not feeling safe going to sleep at night, having pepper spray by my bed.
It's happening a lot more frequent than last year, so I mean, it's a little bit scary. I tend not to try and be by myself.
Ensure that I'm not walking down like this area at night, really trying to avoid this area, I guess, at night.
The concern even stretching to parents who are constantly checking on their kids.
I get a text from my mom about every weekend saying, you know, be safe, always walking pairs.
It's scary. I mean, I know my parents are concerned too. I mean, it's just a lot. I know, like, them just knowing I'm up here and me not feeling safe, them not feeling safe about me being here.
As a number of students are doing their part in trying to stay safe on campus, what do they want to see to better increase safety?
I would definitely say increasing like the amount of cops just to patrol and making sure that everything's okay.
When you're out at night on weekends, you definitely see police around a lot more than it used to be, so I think that's good. On your side in Columbus, I'm Miles Harris, ABC 6 News.
High waters on the roadways can cause quite the concern for drivers, but it can also be scary, especially for ODOT workers when they're trying to unclog a drain next to a freeway. And if you ask ODOT, that issue is 100% preventable.
The biggest thing that causes high water on highways is litter. Litter is the only thing that we do here at ODOT that is 100% preventable.
Not just high water, but litter is keeping ODOT workers busy. Now, when it comes to cleaning out these drains, it can get tricky.
There's no way to know when that drain is full of litter until it rains like today. And litter, it's like a game of whack-a-mole. So we can go and clear out a drain and clear the litter all the way out of it. It might be filled with trash again in a matter of an hour.
Brooke tells us that unclogging these drains can take anywhere from 15 minutes to all day. Time that these workers can use to fix other parts of the road. What other things could they be doing to help if they weren't?
These are the same people that patch your potholes, that repair your bridges, and they plow snow in the winter. So there's a myriad of other things that they do besides picking up litter and cleaning out drains.
And the more time they spend next to the freeway, the more dangerous it is for them, especially if drivers aren't moving over.
A danger for you as a driver, you never want to drive through high water, but high water is also a danger for us because, again, we're talking about people that are outside of vehicles. We're talking about several crew members that are outside of these big heavy trucks. It's just, there's a solid yellow line between our crews and you behind the wheel.
On your side in Columbus, I'm Miles Harris, ABC 6 News.